Hi friends, welcome to my first ever video on YouTube. So let's dive right into this. If you're new to Pilates or new to my way of teaching Pilates, then just head over to the short 4-minute video, New to Pilates, which I'll link to in the description. Also remember, if you're newer to this, it's much better to go for the quality of movement rather than the quantity of movement. So it's much better to slow it down and be very OCD about getting your alignment right. And then once you've set that foundation, then you'll be able to progress more and more. I'll also give modifications depending on your ability level or your energy level today. So let's start in a seated position. Make sure the spine is straight and grab behind your knees. Feet are flexed at a 90-degree angle, knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. And then we're just going to do the seated cat-cow motion. So look towards your navel as you roll back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling, bring your chest forward, keep your knees together and shoulders down. Exhale, looking towards your navel. Inhale up. Exhale, look towards your navel. Inhale up. Exhale, look towards your navel. This time bring your arms so that your arms are parallel to the ground. Inhale, come up. Reach towards the ceiling, gazing towards your hands. Exhale, arms are parallel to the ground and strong as you look towards your navel. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale through the nose as you reach up. Exhale through the mouth, strong core looking towards the navel, forming that C curve. Inhale up. Exhale, gazing towards your navel. Inhale up. Let's do 3 more like this. And 2. And 1. And this time as you come down, pull your elbow back, gazing towards your elbow. Inhale. Exhale, look towards your elbow as you come back. Elbow hovers just a little bit from the ground. Inhale. Exhale, pull your elbow back. Inhale up. Exhale, pull your elbow back. Inhale up. Let's feel that connection between breath and movement as we do 6 more on each side. Of course, if you have some dumbbells or bands lying around, you can always make this movement spicier by implementing those. Just feel that connection between breath and movement. Feel how the breath gives you more power to get through these movements. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. We're getting to the last 3 on each side, so this should be the point where you're questioning if you can go further, but use your breath and you can go a lot further. And 1 more. Nice, and then straighten your legs, spread your feet as wide as the mat. Make sure that your feet are flexed. We're going to come into our saw movements. Arms are out into a T. Rotate through the spine, keep the spine straight up. Double exhale, bring your pinky finger between your big toe and second toe as you look towards your back hand. Inhale to switch. Other side. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. So you should be getting nice and warm. This should feel like a lovely stretch for your spine and for the back of your legs, making everything longer and stronger, which is why we're here. Make sure the shoulder blades stay anchored, squeezing together and away from your ears. Each time you saw between the big toe and second toe, try to saw just a little bit further than you did the last time, just a little bit. And one more to each side. Nice, and then bring your legs together. Keep the core engaged. So we're pulling the navel in, keep pressing the tailbone forward, and then reach past the toes, or reach as far as you can today. Look towards your navel, keep your shoulder blades anchored. We're going to roll down to the ground in slow motion. So arms stay parallel to the ground. Keep your breath the same pace that you did with the last movements. Even though this movement, as you can see, is a lot slower. I'm bringing my vertebra one by one back to the mat. And keep looking at your navel the whole time to get that curve through the spine, and lower back comes towards the mat. Keep breathing. Should feel like a nice massage for your spine. And then reach the arms over the head. Interlace your fingers, press your hands away from you for a moment to give yourself a quick stretch. And now we're going to come into the roll up. So if you're newer to this, follow my directions step by step with the breathing. This will help you. Shoulders away from the ears. As you inhale, begin to bring your arms, head, neck, chest from the ground. And then you'll reach this point right about here where it gets insanely difficult. So nice powerful exhale, and then it gets easy. Okay, if you're laughing, easier, easier. And then easier is well on the road to easy. And then as you come down, take a deep inhale. And then when you're about halfway down, exhale, slowly come back to the ground, vertebra by vertebra with control. Arms over your head. Inhale, arms, head, neck, chest come up. When you reach the point where you feel resistance, reach past your toes. Inhaling. And slowly come down, vertebra by vertebra. So if you find that this is too difficult for you today, that's fine. Just go back to one of the exercises that we just did, like rolling back. And then this will give you the foundation that you need to be able to do this one successfully in the very near future if you keep at it. Keep your palms facing each other. So there's a lot of energy going on here. The shoulder blades are pulling away from the ears. The fingertips are projecting out. The core stays pulled in. Coming down, reach your arms over your head. Inhale, arms, head, neck, chest come up. Exhale, reaching towards or past your feet. Inhale. And slowly come down, vertebra by vertebra. And reach your arms over your head. We'll do 5 more like this. So like I said, feel free to go slower than my pace if you need to. Feel free to step back to one of the other exercises earlier on if you need to. No shame in that. Deep inhale. And at this point, you should be fatiguing. We have 3 repetitions left, so use your breath to help you. As you exhale, you can always visualize making a wish that this exercise will get easier, and that wish will come true. Unfortunately, that trick doesn't work for winning the lottery, but if it does, well... And we'll do 1 more like this. So let's finish strong. Inhale. Exhale, reach past your feet. Inhale. And slowly come down, vertebra by vertebra. Nice. And then just hug your knees into your chest. You can reposition yourself on your mat if you need to. And then pull your knees in. For the next one, we're going to combine the rolling up that we've just done and the saw, which was one exercise before it. So watch me join in as soon as you feel ready. Spread your legs as wide as the mat this time. So unlike the last exercise, your feet are not touching. Arms are over your head. So inhale, begin to come up as before. And then when you reach the point where it gets difficult, double exhale, look over your shoulders, spine is straight. Sawing your pinky finger between your big toe and second toe. Inhale, hands come back together. Exhale, finish coming down with control. Inhaling, looking over your shoulder. and slowly coming down. So we're using the heat that we're rapidly building up, also build more flexibility as well as strengthening at the same time. Pilates is just great fitness multitasking like that, guys. Inhaling. Trying to keep your feet on the ground. Inhale. Slowly come down. Let's go for 6 more of these on each side. Inhaling. Inhale. Slowly come down vertebra by vertebra on an exhale. Inhale. Inhale. And slowly come down. Inhale. Looking over your shoulder, bring your hands back together. So you should be moving slowly and with control, like you're moving through thick syrup. Inhale, twist. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, finish coming down. 3 more each side. Inhaling. Inhaling. And slowly coming down. Inhaling. Inhale. And slowly come down vertebra by vertebra. 2 more on each side. There will be a break after this, so let's give it everything. Getting strong and long at the same time. And 1 more to each side. And 1 more deep inhale. Inhale, bring your hands back together. And then let's keep breathing as we roll vertebra by vertebra back to the ground in slow motion. Trying to keep your feet on the ground here. And then pull your knees into your chest. And let yourself go side to side. On each exhale, pull your knees a little bit closer towards you. And onto lower abs now. We're going to come into our reverse crunches. We'll start with some toe taps. If this is hard enough for you, then stay here while we progress through everything else. So if you need to put your hands underneath your lower back for support, do so. Definitely take this option if you're unable to do the exercise while keeping your lower back pressed into the mat. So, legs are together, legs are at 90 degrees, lower back is pressed into the mat. We're just going to start with some toe taps. So inhale, tap, exhale, inhale, tap the toe, exhale. So you actually notice how my legs themselves are not moving. The hinging is coming from the hips, so this is actually a core exercise. The leg is just the weight. Inhaling, exhale, lift. If you want to go further, you can tap both toes on the ground. Exhale, lift. Again, if you're unable to keep your lower back on the ground, no matter what you do, make sure you place your hands underneath your buttocks. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And if this is still not hard enough for you and you want to go further, we can come into our reverse crunches. So tap the toe, lift the pelvis off the ground. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. So whichever exercise you're at, we're doing 8 more. Inhale. Nice explosive exhale to help you get some lift. Last 6. And 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then let's pull your knees in towards your chest again, gently rocking it out side to side. So we're going to come into our crisscross, also known as bicycles. Let's all interlace our hands behind your head And then use your abs to pull your head, neck, chest from the ground. You want to make sure that your neck is not doing any of the lifting, but that you feel the weight of your head going passive in your hands. So for the average person, your head weighs about 6 kilos, or that's about 14 pounds if you think in pounds. So you want your neck muscles to go relaxed so that it feels like an object of this weight is resting in your hands. And then we're going to move further. Make sure the elbows stay wide. Exhale, pull the sternum to the knee. So I don't want to see this, but keep the elbows wide, getting a chest stretch. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Inhale, switch. Exhale. So this is the part where you're going slowly and with control. And make sure that as you're going through the crisscross, that your hips are staying even on the ground. So if you feel your hips rocking back and forth, just slow down the movements and use this as a chance to get control so that way you can accelerate through your Pilates journey further. And if this isn't hard enough for you and you want to make it harder, follow me. So keep the breath slow and calm, just as before, but make the movements faster. So inhale and exhale. So if this is too much, go back to the slow ones. We'll be here for about 20 more seconds. Make sure that left and right hips stay even on the ground. Feet are flexed. So whether you're going slow or fast, we're here for about 6 more seconds. And take your last one. And then pull your knees in towards your chest again. It's getting spicier and spicier, guys. So we're going to take this challenge one level further with our bicycle kicks. We're going to twist towards one knee. It doesn't matter which knee that you're doing, since we're doing both anyway. So point the toes you lower, flex the foot as you lift. Inhale, point the toe. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. 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 Exhale, flex and lift. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bend your knees. Let's go to the other side. So again, make sure the elbows stay nice and wide. You're getting a chest stretch and a leg stretch with this one. Last 10. Point your toes you lower, flex as you lift. Point your toes you lower, flex as you lift. Point your toes you lower, flex as you lift. Point the toes you lower, flex as you lift. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come down, pull your knees in towards your chest. If you're sweating, if it makes you guys feel any better, it's 26 degrees Celsius or about 80 degrees Fahrenheit in my apartment now. So actually this is making this a little bit harder for me. But the after effect is amazing, guys. I promise. We're almost finished. We're going to come into our scissors now. So if your neck is protesting in any way, keep your head on the ground for this one. I actually consider your neck to be the most fragile part of your body, so it's the part that you want to push the least. If you're able to, you can bring your head off the ground. Feet are flexed. As you inhale, switch legs. Pull your leg towards you. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. So use your breath to keep you anchored in the moment and to help you get more performance out of what you're doing. And then again, the connection between breath and movement should feel so good that you have no idea if we have 3 repetitions left or 30, and you don't care because it feels so good. Actually, we've got one more on each side. And last one. Take a quick break. You'll need it before we come into the next one. The next one is my own creation, scissors 100. So you get a quick break while I show you what you're going to do. For the full version, coming up, arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, beat the arms 5 times. As you exhale, switch legs. Inhaling, don't do it yet, exhale, switch legs. If this is too hard for you and you need to make it easier, beating the arms with the knees bent at 90 degrees. Inhale. So choose your poison, do what works for you today. So, inhale, beat the arms 5 times. Now we're doing it. Exhale, switch legs. Inhaling, 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 and last one on each side, and last one. Nice. And pull your knees in towards your chest. So, again, you get a short break while I show you what you're about to do. So for the easiest option, your foot is on the ground, so is your arms. And then you're going to lower and lift the leg. So make sure that your abs stay pulled in, your lower back does not leave the ground while you're doing this. If you're able to lift and lower the leg with the left leg straight and keeping your lower back on the ground, then you can progress to that level. And then if you want even more of a challenge for your core, you can do what I'm doing with your arms in the air. So choose your poison, and now we'll get into it. So 12 times lifting and lowering. Inhale, point the toes, you lower the leg. Exhale, flex the foot as you lift. Really important, if you're going for the arms in the air version like I'm doing, also make sure that your shoulder blades do not leave the ground at any time. So it is reach your hands towards the ceiling, but there's a lot of opposition going on between your fingertips and your shoulders. Your fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling, shoulder blades are pressing into the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you're using your abs to lift your leg. You're not using your leg to lift your leg. Let's go 2 more like this, and then some leg circles, and 1 more. Some of you guys might need to put your arms in the ground at this point if you need to do so. Point through your toe. Now we're going to make some circles with the big toe. They don't need to be that big to be effective. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, blow your big toe around. Deep inhale. Let's go for about 15 centimeters or 6 inches. Inhale. 9 more this way. Deep inhale, no movement. Exhale. With the power of breath and visualization, it really helps at this point to visualize like you're blowing out the fire raging in your hip sockets. Make sure also as you're circling the legs that the left hip bone is not flying off the ground, but left and right hip bones stay evenly pressed into the ground. So does the lower back. If you find you're not able to keep the lower back on the ground, bend your knee again. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is really important, guys. Let's go 3 more times this way. And 2. And 1. If this is killing you, you're not going crazy. You're using a small muscle to move a really big body part. So, of course this hurts, but we've just got 1 more direction to go. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, blow the leg around. Inhaling, exhaling. 10 more like this. Inhale. Last 7, 6, 5. Make sure the supporting foot stays flexed if the leg is straight. And last 2. And 1. Nice. Bend your knee, pull your knee in towards your armpit. Just do a nice, gentle side-to-side movement. So this is a prime example of exactly what I mean when I say that Pilates exercises are like chili peppers. Sometimes the smallest ones are the spiciest ones, but at least the good news is the second side is easier because you know what to expect. So let's take the same option that you did before, either right foot flat on the ground or right leg straight if you were able to keep your lower back on the ground, or to challenge yourself more and stretch your fingertips towards the ceiling. So if the right leg is straight, it is still active. The foot is flexed, you're pulling your big toes towards you, pressing your heels away. If your arms are in the air, make sure the shoulder blades are continuously pressing into the ground while the fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Now we actually need to move. So inhale, point the left toe as you lower. Exhale, flex the left foot as you lift. 11 more. Inhaling. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. The good news is it all gets easier after we've done this side. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lift and then point the toe 12 circles each way. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, move just the leg. Inhale, exhale. So either 15 centimeters or 6 inches. And even though it's just the leg that's moving, the rest of you is working a lot harder. Inhale. Inhale. Towards you and away from you. 6 more this way. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. One more direction to go. Deep inhale. Make sure the quad stays engaged so the knee stays straight. And then face stays turned towards the ceiling. Last 9. 8. We're almost there. You don't need that much energy after this one, so let's give it your all. And last 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Last rotation. And then pull your left knee in towards your left armpit. Shake it out. If the right leg was bent, it's a good idea to straighten it at this point. And then you get a nicer stretch. And let's come into some mermaids, followed by our stretching to finish off. So we're all going to come to a seated position. And then let's bring our legs into this 90-90 position. Now, especially if you have tight hips, or even if you don't have especially tight hips, this one can feel awkward. So what you want to go for is make sure that both hips are touching the ground. They're probably not going to be even, but the more you do this and other Pilates exercises, the more they'll even out, don't worry. So my right leg is in the back, my left leg is in the front. It's okay if it's the other way around with you. So as you inhale, reach towards the foot that's behind you. As you exhale, circle your arm. If your wrist is feeling okay, you can reach your arm up and behind you, pressing your hip forward, getting this nice, yummy psoas release. Inhaling, arm over your head. Exhale, circling. So going really nice and slow. Enjoying that stretch that feels even nicer with all the heat that we've built up. Inhaling. And exhale, reach the arm over the head. So each time you reach, try to reach just a little bit further than you did the last time. We'll do 2 more here. And 1 more. And then you can come onto your elbow. So the leg that was behind is now the leg that's on top. Grab the foot and pull your leg back. So you should feel the stretch, especially here, but also through your shoulder. So this is a nice full body movement after all that work. If you'd rather lay with your head on the ground, you can do so. We'll be here for about half a minute before we come to the other side. So deep inhale. On each exhale, pull your leg just a little bit further back. And then let's come up again. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So bring your legs to 90-90. Don't expect the second side to feel the same as the first side. No, not symmetrical, but even your hips out as much as you can. And then inhale. Make sure that your face and your chest are turned towards the ceiling. You don't want your chest to collapse, but you want everything to stay open. And then stretch. And then if it feels okay for your wrist, press your hips forward. Inhaling. So going nice and slow and enjoy. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhale, reaching up over your head. And one more time, inhaling. Exhale, reaching up and over your head, going for the deepest stretch you have so far. And then come either on your elbow or laying on your side. Grab your back foot and going for 30 seconds here or thereabouts. Holding your leg back, also getting a nice stretch for your shoulder. And then we'll come up to a seated position. And let's do some spinal twists. So let's cross one leg over the other. Interlace your fingers around your knee. So I'm going to give you the side view so this makes a bit more sense. So when you're coming forward like so, then it's physically impossible to get as much twisting action because it's kind of hard for a curved object to stretch. So or to twist, I mean. So what you want to do instead is interlace your fingers around your knees, shoulders are away from the ears, and then gently pull so that the spine is nice and straight. And then when you've gotten your spine as straight as it'll go today, then you can wrap the opposite elbow around the opposite knee. So I'm doing my right knee, I'm wrapping my left elbow around, and then I'm placing my right arm behind my back. Now, literally use your head. The more your head turns to look over the shoulder, the more your entire spinal column will twist. And for a nice deep stretch here. Make sure both shoulders stay away from the ear as much as possible. And breathe. Deep inhale. On the exhale, twist another degree further back. So go for whatever hand position allows your arm and your spine to be straight. I have short arms, so as you can see, my wrists are not touching the ground. However, everything is straight, so that's what matters. And then we'll come out of the twist. You can give your legs a good shake out, get some blood flow in there, and then same thing on the other side. So interlace your hands around your knee. Pull nice and tall, so that way your spine is as straight as possible. There's a lot of energy going on between the crown of your head and your tailbone. And then wrap your arm around your knee, twist looking over your shoulder. It's hot right now and I look like a hot mess, but good workout, guys. Nice exhale, twist your head and then rest your spinal column a little bit further back. rotate again. And we're going to do one more thing. We're going to come into a standing position. So your legs are straight, feet are parallel, and then grab your shoulders and bend one knee, allowing your body to sway towards that knee and then the other knee. Feeling a bit more lengthening through your spinal column each time you sway side to side. And then release your arms, and in slow motion, crown of the head is the very last thing to come up. As you roll vertebra by vertebra into a standing position. And then once you reach a standing position, let your arms swing side to side. Congratulate yourselves on an epic job today. And let me know in the comments how you got on. See you next time.